I said there's oxygen in space, hydrogen in space, iron in space, carbon in space, just like it is on Earth. That's my only point, bro.
And just like
And
I
you try to
said,
deny that.
and no, I did not deny that. What
You
I
did say
said,
there's no oxygen in
listen,
space.
what I just said, what I just said, listen to me again. I just said when we was talking about the Stardust, right? That shit is extraterrestrial when we're terrestrial, right? I just said a lot of the elements that you were talking about are extraterrestrial,
And
and we're terrestrial.
and so I
That's all I was
asked
basically
you,
saying. And I get when Tiffany was talking about the composition, right? And that's when you blurted out and said, "Oh, wait, you have oxygen in space. If you have oxygen in space, well, then water's formed in space too, right?"
that's not
But
how that
I
happened.
said this. Then hold up, and I said this. I said, "Bro, water in space is completely different from water in Earth, right? It's
How? You're
totally
not
different."
telling me how. You just saying that. You're not telling me
Now,
how.
I'm trying to tell you how. I said pressure. I said and temperature wise, right? Like a lot of the water in space, they say even there's even an isotope difference. There's some other things too. I don't remember that off the top of my dome. But what I'm trying to tell you is, right? It comes in three states, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a fourth state, but I don't really recall or remember that. That's
What,
probably
like
there's other
liquid,
reasons.
But still,
evaporation, frozen, like it's still all the same thing though.
I said four, Tiffany.
But it's
what's the
still the
fourth one?
same thing, regardless of what form it's in.
Right.
Mm.
That's why I say you keep focusing on the composition of it. And I'm just telling you that the elements that are on
When
Earth
you say
are the.
composition, right? When you composition D, right? You got to understand, right?
Mhm.
Um, for example, those two elements that make up water, right?
Mhm.
That's what composition means. What makes it up, right? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, it's extraterrestrial.
Bruh.
You keep just saying that, but you're not telling me the difference. What I'm saying, what
What
you just saying? Oh,
okay,
because it's
like
in space, it's extraterrestrial. That I can see that. If you're just saying because it's in space, it's extraterrestrial.
let's
Is that what you're saying?
let's get down to the nitty gritty.
What's wrong with
EXTRA,
this
right?
guy?
That's extra, right? So in meaning, and let's maybe I'm getting a little pseudo right here, but let's outer, right? Terrestrial meaning something here on Earth or whatever, right? So out of Earth, right? So it's an outer Earth element that is formed. You feel what I'm saying? Now, it formed possibly due to the harsh environments it went into or whatever, and it is totally different from how water here on Earth is formed. So that's why I said it's totally different.
I gotta
They
make a
said the
move.
water in some of those dang wherever they get the water from, right? I can't remember it completely, but they said the water there and how it's formed, right? It goes through a very
Oh, God.
hazardous transformation. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is it is totally different. Now, getting back to the Stardust shit, right? And the
I
reason why
want
we're getting
me some.
so
Do space
confused.
water make you live longer? Because if so, I need to go get me some space water.
No, that's just the water from Lake Minnetonka.
I
Because he
see.
keeps saying this space water is different from the. It's H2O just like it is here on Earth.
I
So what's the
literally
difference?
Googled it, what you said, and they told me I was
But you
wrong.
can't breathe it.
What you say, Gail?
You can't drink it or you can't breathe it. It's space if it's liquid.
It's not
Well,
going
of
to be
course you
liquid,
can.
though, because it's
Okay,
in
of course
space
we
and it's
can't breathe
cold and
up
it's
there.
frozen. It's going to either be vapor or be frozen.
But that's why
Right.
you can't breathe
That's why I
in
said
space.
oxygen is not free floating in space. I understand that, but oxygen exists in space.
Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, but
What
you
you?
can't
But
breathe.
water
I don't
can't
know what y'all are
exist
saying.
without oxygen.
I'm saying I don't know what y'all really saying. So I'm just trying to get in the conversation.
Okay, so D, listen to me, bro.
Huh?
Just listen. I'm not trolling. I'm not trying to attack you, right?
I don't
All
feel
right.
attacked.
Listen, dog. Remember I said pressure, right?
I do believe it's Stardust though.
So check it out, right?
Pressure
When I
makes
said
diamonds.
pressure, there's no air pressure in space. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, when I said vacuum, right? Space is a vacuum. What does a vacuum do? It sucks. It takes. You know what I'm saying? It pulls. Right? So you can't drink fucking space water. It would instantly
You can't
vaporize
drink
or
salt water
evaporize,
neither.
whatever the fuck. Oh my God, you're just
I
saying
mean,
random
what
things.
you mean?
I know. So you're
Oh,
saying it's composed. You're talking about this. You're not saying the elements are different. You're just saying it's composed different. That's what I said. You keep talking about the composition. You keep
No,
saying how.
no, 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 no. You use composition wrong.
What are
Listen to
you
me, bro.
saying? You said.
I'm talking about.
what y'all
I'm
saying,
talking
man?
about. I am talking about. Okay, first of all, I'll just put it to you like this.
Mhm.
They have to. I think, and don't quote me. I may be wrong. I could be
I'm
corrected.
quoting. No, I'm quoting you on this. Go ahead.
They have to. It doesn't have a liquid form, right? Listen, when it's exposed to like the vacuum, right? It either boils because of the pressure difference, or it turns into water vapor. You see what I'm saying? So it's totally different. That's why I was trying to tell you. It's different.
Okay,
Different.
so when
The
I
the, the
so
water
my
piece.
ice is completely different. So my ice is completely different from the water I got in my bottle.
That's a bad analogy, bro.
No, it's not.
Right here on Earth, where your ice, where you have your bottle and stuff like that, there's air pressure to stabilize the water so it can stay in a liquid state. Okay, that doesn't exist in space in a vacuum.
I know,
That's what I'm trying
but
to
I'm
get you to
saying water is
understand.
still
No,
water.
if you knew that, you wouldn't have made that analogy. What I'm trying to
What?
get you to understand is, bro, check it out, Doc. When astronauts are in space, right, they have to take their own water. Why? You ever thought about that? Why do they have to take their own water? How come
Because
they
there
can't just
There's
get
isn't
in
no,
any
no
space?
water, right?
space. Because they can't go in space like that.
Why
Like,
can't they
what do
go in
you
space
mean?
like that, Tiffany?
Because it's outside of the atmosphere. There's no oxygen, breathable oxygen. That doesn't mean there isn't oxygen. It means that there's none for
Oh
you to
shit!
Okay,
She
breathe.
just said no breathable oxygen.
so
Oh
there's no
shit!
breathable oxygen. So
But
that's
there's
what I was
still
stating.
oxygen
But
because there's
Oh,
water.
okay.
So there
hold
has to
up.
be
But
oxygen.
okay. So then again, what is space? What is it? A vacuum, right?
Yeah, you keep. I hear you. I hear you
Okay, like
saying
I
that.
don't
So it's
But
understand.
what's
Like
the?
nobody is saying that.
I'm
okay.
just
Like
saying that
we're trying to
Oh my
understand
gosh.
how
the
why you want to
elements.
differentiate between something that came from space to Earth and then now is a part of us, and you want to say it's different just because it came here. It still came from the
Right.
So,
stars.
so the oxygen in space
Oh my
is
god.
not breathable, but
What?
is it breathable in us?
Oh my god.
You say what now?
Is it breathable in us if we made up the same thing?
You need the oxygen that plants produce,
Okay,
It's not
and
free
they need the
floating,
carbon
bro.
dioxide that we produce.
right. Breathe in, breathe out.
Right. You know? Like but
I'm just trying to
oxygen
get. I'm
still
really trying to
exists
get
in
it.
other places, right? Like
I'm just really trying to get it. This point about him saying that elements are different because you have, I'm saying they're the same element.
Do you agree that you're terrestrial, D?
Of course.
Okay. You agree you're terrestrial. So you're not extraterrestrial, right?
I was born
You're
a
n-
human being
so that
on
means you're
Earth,
not
on planet Earth,
extraterrestrial,
bro.
right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So what I am telling you is, right, you're different from those elements that are extraterrestrial
Well,
because
I
they
think
came.
extra and the extraterrestrial. I think that's just something extra coming from another,
Yes,
coming to the atmosphere.
yes. And see, guess what? It came down here to get terrestrial, to be something new. So it's not extraterrestrial anymore, it's terrestrial.
I'm saying it's the same elements though, bro. Just like how water can be a liquid, gas, or solid, right? The elements are the
In
same. It don't
space,
change.
the water, right? It's one or two things. It's either a solid because of the wild pressure in space, right? Or it's a form of vapor. Okay.
Fact.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, homie, at the end of the day, that water there is extraterrestrial. And You can't drink that water there. Now you can drink the water
Why are you
here.
talking like that?
You saying the stuff in space is extraterrestrial?
Yes, and we're terrestrial beings, right?
We know that. We know the
We're
difference
So
not
between extra.
saying we're not.
I'm
So
saying what
I'm
and once they
trying.
hit the
elements
planet,
are
it
different.
becomes like us.
Yes,
No.
yes, yes.
Excuse
See,
me.
y'all are getting
Wait,
stuck
wait,
on the
wait.
name.
I got something to say. Somebody just commented and they said this, and I think it kind of supports what Craig is saying. Google says that the oxygen cleans onto stars is in
Yes.
fact non-breathable, and the plants and trees make it
Hey,
breathable
shout out to
for
Google
us.
Scholar.
That's what
So
Tiffany
I
that's
said.
just
kind of like what
said that.
he's saying. Yeah, but I think that that's kind of what I know
So
because Tiffany said we need the kind that comes from plants and stuff, right?
yeah,
So I think that what he's saying is that the extraterrestrial part is the one that doesn't come from the plants and
Exactly.
stuff. It's oxygen there, but we can't breathe it because it's not coming from the plants and stuff.
But these
Exactly.
minerals and these things still exist
Yeah, it's
in
still the
other
same
places.
element.
Exactly.
Oxygen exists in water.
Mhm.
Oxygen exists in other places besides coming from plants for us to breathe the oxygen that we
Right.
breathe.
It's still the same element.
It's still oxygen.
And tell Google Scholar. Shout out to
are
Google
y'all
Scholar.
saying the same thing in different
To
ways,
Google
or
Scholar, that was quite a yeah. They both basically was kind of saying the same thing. It's just that he kept saying extraterrestrial, and nobody understands why it would be extraterrestrial if it's the same. It's still oxygen.
Right.
So is there oxygen? So then I guess the question would be: is there oxygen here that we can't breathe?
Water.
I mean, well, that's liquid. I mean, I guess I don't know.
It's two hydrogen atoms and an oxygen atom together. H2O.
But the oxygen out there isn't necessarily liquid, though.
But all these
right?
different, like, they can all come in different forms. It can be a
Yeah,
gas, a
yeah, it could
liquid,
be. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
Okay,
what?
so
What Tiffany? What would stabilize it then? That's what I was trying to get y'all.
trees.
a
But
plant.
no, you were saying all day an atmosphere, a closed system. You were saying
Well,
it all
specifically
day.
oxygen for you to be able
Yeah,
to
a
breathe
plant.
it. But
Yeah.
But see,
you were saying things were radioactive. I was saying
I
what
was
protects
talking
us from
about
the sun is the
I was talking about
atmosphere.
the
Tiffany.
elements of the stardust or the cosmic dust was radioactive, right? I
But
didn't
we have
say oxygen
radioactive
in
things on
space or
Earth.
any gas was radioactive.
It's
Totally
still
different level of
radioactive.
radioactivity. Okay, so let me ask you this. Can your microwave disrupt your cell phone?
You said what?
Can your microwave disrupt your cell phone?
Has never happened to me in my entire life.
Okay, so there's different levels of radioactivity. Different
It's
levels.
still radioactivity.
Yes, but there's different levels to it.
But
The
it's
radioactivity, listen to me. Listen to me.
okay.
The frequency, the
So
free
Craig,
the
are you
frequency,
just
the
simply saying
hold on right quick. The frequency and energy output, right, of something outer space that is extremely radioactive, like the sun, right, that can cause what? Uh solar storms and stuff like that, right? That can disrupt blackouts and stuff like that, disrupt electrical equipment and stuff like that. It's totally different, right?
It's a
Extremely,
star.
it's extremely high radioactivity. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, right, and at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is this, Tiffs. You have to understand, and yes, it is radioactive, but it's not to the level of extremity
But
like
that's
some of
because
the
our
things in
atmosphere
space.
protects us
Their
from it. The
frequency,
sun is the closest thing
and
to us that does that right now. That's the
yes, our
closest
atmosphere
star
protects us.
that is to us.
Our atmosphere protects us, yes. But what I'm trying to tell you is you have things that are radioactive here, right? But
Yes.
the frequency output is not extreme as the stuff that
I
that
mean,
But
is
you
no, it's
can't
still
radioactive in
tell
space.
Marie Curie didn't die from
But
radio,
what
whatever poisoning
but, but what I'm trying to
for no
tell you
reason.
is what I'm trying to tell you is that higher
That
radioactivity is totally different from that
mm-mm.
stuff in space. You want to know why?
that nuclear thing that exploded in Fukushima after the earthquake and hit the
But you want
Pacific. I
to
don't go in the Pacific Ocean anymore
but
because there's nuclear waste in it.
but do you want to know why I said that? Because we can harness nuclear energy here. We can control its frequency,
You
its energy output. That's what those nuclear plants are for.
You still can't live in Chernobyl
I
today.
know, but we're not talking about living there. We're talking about controlling
If
the
they could
nuclear energy.
control it,
You can
there wouldn't
harness.
be this
Oh
issue.
my
They would
God.
have to bury it underground. There is like nuclear waste doesn't go anywhere.
Yes, because it's nuclear waste. It's the stuff they don't need. But what I'm trying to tell you is
And you
this,
can't
Tiffany.
see it. You need
You need special equipment to
different
detect
special
it. I know.
equipment to even know it's there.
I know.
Like
But what I'm trying to tell you is this, Tiffany. What I'm trying to tell you is they can control it to an extent. Okay? You can't
like Homer
control
Simpson.
you can't control the sun's radioactivity. If we can control the sun's radioactivity, we'll be on some goddamn comic book level shit. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you is a difference
But
in
without the sun,
radioactivity.
you
The difference
die.
in the frequency. Uh, we know that, Tiffany.
So it's not that radioactive.
It is.
It keeps you alive. It keeps the plants
It,
alive. It
it,
keeps everything on Earth alive.
okay. So when the sun's rays shine and hit the earth, right? When the shine hit us, the shields of the earth protects us. When it filters out the stuff we need and the stuff we don't need. All right. Now, too much of the sun's extreme radioactivity would kill us if we didn't have those shields on earth. All right. So what I'm saying is
That's
this,
what
right?
Tiff been saying
Scientists,
though, bro. Like I don't like
The
scientists,
this shit don't make no
scientists,
sense.
atmosphere.
scientists, scientists.
So are
So
we
hold on
going
real
all
quick.
around the world just to say we are made of this stuff?
So so
Basically,
so what I'm trying to tell you is this, Tiff.
I'm just trying to be
Scientists.
yeah,
different through answering, but the same thing just keep happening.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Man, y'all say the same
The
thing, man.
nuclear.
Damn. Just
Hold on.
agree. Shit.
The nuclear. Listen. The nuclear energy, radioactive materials, and stuff like that. Scientists have found a way. Nuclear physics and stuff like that found a way to control those things in its radioactivity. They found a way to control that and harnessed it, right? But you can't harness energy like the sun because its magnitude is so great. That's what I'm trying to explain to you.
I
You see what
mean,
I'm
like
saying?
the elements that come from out there, if it comes into the earth, it should completely change, right?
But we do harness the
If we are
sun.
not it.
In greenhouses and things like that, we do harness the sun.
I'm just never mind. Shit.
We're going around in super circles.
Exactly, man. Going around the sun, man. It's a green star.
We harness the sun, but we don't harness the full force of the sun. That's what I'm trying to get her to
Because it's
understand.
a
Like
fucking huge ball of fire 90 million miles away.
the sun's not fire. Totally different. Sun contains no oxygen within it. The element of fire that we know of on Earth contains a form of oxygen. It's totally different. But what I'm
You're
trying
just
to
a
say is,
contrarian.
no, I'm just with the facts.
That's crazy.
I'm just with the facts. All right, I'm just with the facts. This is what I
So
do. I get
is there
into
only one
information.
is there only one way to solve a problem?
What's the problem, Gil?
Any type. Math probably. Algebra.
No,
So
because I don't
It's-
do Common Core math and I can still solve math
okay,
problems.
man. So y'all saying the same thing, y'all just solving it different ways, man. Damn.
we're not saying the same thing.
Yeah,
I
this
don't know
water,
what you're
nah, but it
saying.
ain't
I'm
that
still
type of water though.
confused.
This is space water. You see, it's like when it comes here, it becomes water, but not
No,
there.
they think they're made of stardust.
Wait, I believe that. You don't
I know
believe that?
you live on the East Coast.
Wait,
Of
That's
wait,
what
course
he's
you
wait.
believe that.
arguing, that we're not made of stardust. But if
So
he
you don't
Googles
believe
it,
we're made of stardust?
No,
Why not? So what are we made of? Okay, I get it now. I see why you're going. I see you. Oh, okay. So what we made of?
we're made of the terrestrial fusion of
The
extraterrestrial
terrestrial fusion of
elements.
extraterrestrial dust
Of elements, right?
elements.
Combined to create something new that's different from the original source of what Stardust originally is.
So can they create it? Is it created new by something different, or is it elements?
And it's created by a combination of things that's totally different.
Oh, so
Those
it's not the
elements,
same elements.
that's not what you were saying before. You said that it came from the stars, and when it came here, because it's terrestrial, now it's different.
yes, and
Yeah,
that's
that's what I
basically what I
heard. That's
said,
what I heard.
and that's basically what I'm saying
but
now.
that's not
So,
That's
true,
not
so,
what
bro.
you just said.
I'm very
so,
confident in what I said. I'm very
so
confident.
carbon and all that come down from space, right?
Hmm.
Water,
Hmm.
oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
It's no longer water, carbon, and oxygen.
Iron.
That what you saying?
It's different because it's terrestrial.
I said, don't
Yeah, I
forget
get that. I
iron.
get that part. I get iron too. I get that part. I'm saying, is it no longer iron or gas and all that? Is it no longer these
Yeah.
things? It becomes something
Let me
completely
It's
different.
terrestrial.
let me ask y'all
Man, y'all confusing the hell out of me.
let me ask y'all a question, right? Let me ask y'all a question, right? Iron is magnetic, right? Iron's magnetic, right?
Magnetic. Magnetic. What? Yeah.
Tiffany, iron's magnetic, right?
Is it? I think so. I don't know.
Okay. Iron's magnetic, right, D?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Go
We'll go
ahead
with
with
that. Go
your
ahead.
point, bro.
Mm-hmm. Is it magnetic, yes or no?
Bro.
I say yes. I say yes.
Okay, so D say yes too, right? So you get a magnet, boom, you get the iron right there, right? It comes up, it attracts, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we got iron in our body, right?
Right.
Okay. What happens when you put a magnet on your body?
You don't
It
have enough.
falls. It
Oh
falls.
my God, bro. Stop doing that,
It
Craig. Why
falls.
you
Let me say
keep
this. Let
doing
me say
that?
this. Okay, so what
It
happens?
falls.
So when you okay, it falls off, right? It
Yeah,
falls
yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Okay, right? But we have iron in our
But
body.
but it's
Wait,
not
wait, wait, wait,
magnetic.
wait, wait, wait.
The
Is the
iron the
iron
iron in our body is not magnetic.
right,
Exactly.
right. So
Exactly. And
That
this is my
doesn't mean it's
point.
not iron.
Oh,
But
hold
do you
on,
know
hold on,
why
hold
though?
on, hold on.
Hold on. Do you know why though?
Yes,
yeah,
I know
that's the
why.
question. That's
What
the
This is
next
my
why?
question right
point.
there.
But
Why?
this is my point. This is my point right here, right?
But
My
answer
point
why.
is, my point is, and I'm finna answer it right quick. Who is this?
That's
It doesn't
Melvin.
matter. Answer why.
Oh, that's
I know,
what's his
right? You gotta
name.
ask who in the room now.
That's what's his name. All right, I got you. So here's the thing, right?
Who in the
Just
You
like
room?
gonna
I
answer
stated
why?
before. Yeah, I'm
Who
doing
is
it. I'm
that?
doing it. I'm doing. That's
Well, hold on, hold
Melvin.
on. Let me put my glasses on. Hold on.
That's Melvin. That's Melvin. That's Melvin. Right. Just, just
Go
like
ahead.
I said
Quit
multiple
stalling like you
times,
said I'm
right?
coming to America.
Let
Bro,
him go,
Oh, my
Gary.
bad.
Let him go.
Oh no, I was okay. I thought he was still stalling.
Yeah, yeah, you doing that shit too,
I'm
my
not
nigga?
stalling. I'm trying to talk.
What you say?
You do that shit too, my nigga? Now
Do
let a
what?
nigga talk.
Man, listen, man. I'm letting him talk, man. I don't like people that stall.
Oh, he's stalling. Nigga ain't trying to talk. You ain't gonna let him get it out.
Man, he asked Melvin where he at, where his glasses at. Who the hell is this? That's stalling right there, nigga.
Who the fuck is Melvin?
Exactly. We don't care who Melvin is. He's answering the goddamn question.
Okay, let him do it then, my nigga. Goddamn, don't be that
Let's rock
nigga.
and roll. Rock and roll, you goddamn Canaanite. Go.
Yeah. Check this out, right? Now, check this out. I'm just gonna keep it short and simple, right? Iron is magnetic. It's magnetic, okay? But in our bodies, right? Because we are made up of so many different elements, right? That magnetic part is somewhat, in a lot of ways, suppressed because it's totally different from actual iron. Okay, that's why I stated before
No, no,
But
the
based on
iron
the
is
iron,
the
it
iron
can
check
be
is
this.
magnetized
hold
though.
on.
It just isn't
The iron is still the
automatically
same.
magnetic.
Its element of iron is still the same.
Can I can I
But you're not explaining
can I
why it's
finish,
not
brother?
magnetic in our bodies.
Can I
Not
finish? Because I am
magnetized.
explaining it. Because I am explaining, bro. Can I finish? Because I mean, I find it amazing when someone try to catch you in something and they just want to just get you. No, that's what you said.
I'm not
That's not
trying to
what I
catch
said.
you or
Finish,
nothing. I just
finish.
asked a simple
Well, we
question
trying
that
No,
you're
to
I
taking
feel
20
you.
minutes to answer.
But can I talk though, brother? I hold your horses. I get it. I know. I know why you want to do that. But let me finish. So anyway, before y'all just jumped on a motherfucker, right? The reason why I was saying terrestrial, right, is a combination of different elements within our bodies, right? Chemical reactions and things like that, right? So our bodies, the iron in our bodies is totally different from the actual alloy, right? And the magnetic principles were stripped from it, right? Because we have a combination of other elements within us, right? Now, I don't want to get too technical, but if you want to get in that mixture, right? Iron is in our blood, correct?
Yeah, hemoglobin.
Okay,
But it's
so
on
check it out,
the
right?
simple answer, bro, is just because
Check
you don't
hold on,
have
so check it
free.
out, right? Check it out. Since we want to get totally, totally, totally scientific, right? The paramagnetic field is extremely weak, meaning it could not attract the iron.
Why?
So, with that being said, right, that iron in our bodies is completely different from the iron in the earth and in the
It's
iron
not.
in space. Now,
Okay. Can
check
I
it out, right? Now,
It's not
check it out,
different.
right? Oh
can I
my
say
God.
something?
Oh
I
my
I
God.
asked
What do you want to say, Tiffany?
Google.
You're asking
Is
Google.
I said, is iron always magnetic? It says no, not all iron is magnetic. While iron itself is considered a ferromagnetic material, meaning it can be magnetized, its magnetic properties depend on factors like temperature and crystalline structure. So not all iron objects will be attracted to a
You know one
magnet
thing I
under all
like when I talk,
conditions.
right? I make people Google shit that they never thought of, looking into.
Well, I mean,
You
I
you
was
should
like,
try
because it
googling
says
shit
that
because you still ain't
I
produced an
think
answer
iron
yet.
is iron. Like, there's different forms of iron. You're trying to make it seem like it's like iron 2.0, 3.0. There's
That's
this
not
other
what
kind of iron.
that's not
Bro,
what I'm
it's
saying.
because magnetism
That's not
requires free
what I'm saying.
electrons, bro. And iron in our bodies
Bro,
don't contain free electrons. That's
not
why it's
not
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 magnetic.
But that's not the primary reason, though. And I wish
that's
you
not
would get
the
to it in 20 to
that's
30 minutes.
no, hold on right quick. First of all, I said we had a weak paramagnetic what in our bodies.
And I asked why, and I
Okay,
never got
hold
an
on, hold
answer.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. No, you asked why isn't it magnetic? I heard you.
No, no, no. I asked why, and then you said
And I said it. I said since we want to get scientific, since we are a combination of other elements, right? It takes
correct.
away that magnetic field that makes a magnet attract to the iron, right? I'm not trying to make
Oh, Minnesota
different.
just ain't showing
I'm
up.
not trying to make different irons be this. I'm just talking about iron. All right. I'm not trying to get so difficult and jump here and jump there. I understand we're trying to catch a person, but listen, I
Ain't
stand on.
nobody trying to catch nobody.
But here's my thing, though, right?
We're just all
I
talking.
know we talking, but here's my thing, though, right? Here's the thing, right here. We were talking about Stardust, but we changed the conversation like 5 times.
You do that.
It's still Stardust. It's still
Wait,
Stardust,
I'm
man.
talking about
wait, wait.
it's not iron and carbon part of that stardust we were talking about earlier. It's the
Yeah,
same
we
subject.
still talking Stardust.
Oh
So
my
Melvin, let me ask
God,
you
y'all
this.
believe that y'all coming?
So let me ask you this, Melvin. You made a Stardust?
Absolutely,
Okay,
all
so
of us are.
absolutely, all the time, all the time. So absolutely, all the time. This the master archivist, Melvin, right?
What's that
Yep.
supposed to mean?
I
Okay,
mean, I don't know what you're going at, but yeah,
okay, all right. And so you're made of actual stardust.
absolutely.
So you have everything that make you equivalent to that of an actual radioactive star.
Well, the difference between
That's
human
a loaded
bodies.
question.
Hold on, because I'm gonna get 'em. The difference between the human body and a radioactive star is our bodies have molecules that stardust, like carbon, like iron, is bound to, and that's the answer to why iron doesn't magnetize in our bodies. It's
Hmm.
because of those molecules.
Which is what I
So
said
that's what makes
earlier.
us different.
Okay, so I said that earlier.
I did too.
Wait,
Wait. How in
what?
the hell you say that earlier?
I
Now here's
said
the
that
thing,
earlier.
right?
I was. You wasn't.
No, no, not
Not
you,
too. Yeah, he
Neo.
talking about Craig.
Now I said that. I'm gonna tell you how
How
I
you
said
gonna
that
say
earlier,
that and
right?
now you saying going against it?
I'm gonna tell you how I said that earlier, right? I'm gonna tell you how I said that earlier, right?
What the
Now,
hell's
the
going on
reason
here?
why I'm glad about Melvin's honesty, right, is because when I was screaming terrestrial and people were, jabbing at it, right? I said when we got, when those elements got to Earth, they changed. Now, I didn't go into what made them different. I didn't go into the molecules and everything like that. I went to the chemical change just to keep it simple. But my point still
But that's where you're
stands.
wrong. They did not change.
No, no, no.
They
They
did change.
changed.
You
They
just
changed.
explained that the molecular structure of the elements of the compounds were different.
Yes.
Well, they're only different because those molecules exist
Okay.
within
So
us.
do you
No,
admit they're different?
you
Neo, he
said they
admitted they're
were.
different. He just
No,
admitted it's different.
no. He said earlier. It sounded like he said anyway that they're
I,
arranged with other elements. They're not arranged in the same
Dang,
composition as
man.
they're arranged in the stars, which would
Oh,
make
here you
it a
go.
different compound. It'll be instead of one compound with all this stuff in it, you'll have three compounds with fragments of this stuff in it. That's a
So,
completely different thing. as
Exactly.
if you had H2O, but it was just you just had hydrogen and oxygen. That's not H2O. That's what I was
Exactly.
saying. It's arranged different, so you can't necessarily say it's stardust. And that's like if you send a rover out to Mars and you find all the elements of Earth are on Mars as well. If you find this, then you are you gonna say that Earth must have came from Mars? No, you wouldn't say that.
You
So
wouldn't
if
say
I
What
that.
find
kind of logic is that
so
though?
if I find
So
a
talking about what y'all
if I find a doorknob on the ground
so
outside, I'm not gonna think that was attached to a house.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
they don't know.
when you go to the sea, you find a lot of elements that's in the human body. Now you're gonna say we came out the sea. Or
No.
maybe these elements are just everywhere, is what I'm saying. If these elements are all over the universe, it doesn't mean one came from the other. It just means this shit is present everywhere.
But we saying that so you're not acknowledging that they all originated from the stars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It does not absolutely mean that. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying y'all don't have enough proof. The science people, not just you, the scientists don't have enough proof to say that we absolutely arrived from all this material from Earth and everything else came from the stars. They don't. That's a theory, and I know y'all like to hold on to y'all theories like they laws, but they're not.
So what do you suggest?
I suggest examining all possibilities like you're supposed to do as a scientist.
Well, that's the only possibilities. That's not the only
Well, that's not the only
possibilities.
possibility.
Okay, so what's the other
I just
ones?
gave you another possibility that this shit is
So what's
everywhere. That this
so
shit
what's
was
the
already
outcome of that
everywhere.
being
The same
everywhere?
shit that the stars was made from is the same shit Earth was made from. That don't mean the Earth came from the stars.
And the reason why I broke down,
So we don't know.
hold on right quick. The reason why
But
I
we don't
kept,
know exactly.
hold
That's
on right
what I'm
quick.
saying.
We
The
do
reason
know
why, the
this
reason
shit
why,
crazy.
the reason why I was yelling terrestrial and extraterrestrial, right? I mean, those words right there are really big, right? Those words right there pretty much state and show that okay, you have extraterrestrial elements that came down, right? And once they came down, they basically became terrestrial elements. So in key and in turn, they are different, right? Now, going into it, right? Because I don't really like going molecular and shit like that. Because most people don't. It just I don't know if any of you watch Unc West. He doesn't really go into that because he wants people to understand what's being said and done, right? So he breaks it down in the most basic way so people can actually follow it. So what I'm trying to convey to you people is at the end of the day, those elements are totally different because they are now terrestrial. They're not in their original form. Did anyone disagree with that?
They're still the same element.
So they're not their original form, but they are still the same elements.
I have a
Yes.
question. So when you're born, right? You're a baby, and then over your life you grow. You're still the same person you were when you were born, right? You never change who you are. You just grow into a bigger human being. You're still the same.
I don't know. You know what? I'm not even gonna say that. It's just y'all are made of stardust. Y'all are radioactive ninjas, right? Y'all are radioactive.
So do people have? Do you believe people have any aspect of stardust in them?
I mean, I seen people fly around like Magneto, bro.
Huh?
I believe that part personally, yeah. But that's not the same thing as them being made of stardust.
But you have a gallbladder. You might have been able to fly before.
Flying gallbladders.
I mean, birds have
Like I said,
gallbladders.
Magneto.
This fool got a song for Starbucks amongst us.
The stars. Ain't talking about stardust nowhere on it.
So
What's
now,
so
so
bad
now,
about being made of stardust? Why are you guys so
that's like,
against it?
so now the arrangement of elements makes them different elements.
Yes.
No, it
The
don't make the
arrangement of
elements.
elements make them different compounds.
I didn't say compound. I said different elements.
No, well, I didn't say elements. I said compounds the first
He
time.
keeps trying.
So
Well,
you was
baby
kind of
Craig is.
asking the question based off of what I said, so I
No, 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 no,
corrected you
no. I
on
was.
what I
No,
said.
I
So I'm
wasn't.
not
You
saying it
didn't
makes
say
the
that.
elements. No, I'm not
You
saying.
didn't say that,
I'm,
Neo.
I'm explaining it, bro. I'm
I'm not
not
talking
saying.
to you. I'm talking about what
I'm
Craig
the
said,
only
not
one
what you said.
saying.
No, bro. Right. No, it
Hmm.
don't make it.
That's
It's
an
the same
isotope.
elements.
It's
Yeah,
it's
It's
still
all
the
it is
same
just
element. It's
a
still the same
different.
building blocks.
Yeah, all it is just a different arrangement of atoms.
You
right.
know, so let me say this, right? Check it out, right? Iron is what, a solid, right?
Can be.
Okay. You know, in space it has different forms, but on Earth it's a solid. Why is that?
Yo, this shit is crazy. Yo.
Does anybody know why?
But it's not always a solid.
It can be a liquid if people force it to be through extreme
No, you
heat.
just have to melt it.
Yeah, through extreme heat, it can be a liquid if people do
Any
that. But
metal.
naturally, it's a solid. But in space, it comes in different forms.
Because there's heat up there from the stars, right?
Uh,
So it causes it to be in a different form because you heat it melts. No?
okay, the solid is usually found in meteors. You see what I'm saying? After the explosion of a star happened and with the remnants of it forms and stuff like that is usually found in meteors. When Joshua was talking about the meteoric iron that crashed down from space to Earth, that's pretty much what he was talking about. Now, I think in moons or even in like in the molten core of planets, you find the liquid iron, right? It's in the cores and stuff like that. The dust is in the atmosphere. The iron dust is in the atmosphere, and the gas, it's like I think it's like all around in space, right?
So then is there liquid iron in the core of the earth?
Yes.
So then there's terrestrial liquid iron.
Man, come on, man.
Mhm. Terrestrial liquid iron.
You're saying it's
Yo,
solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this shit is crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Okay, like I'm just trying to clarify what
Did you
you're
get the rest
saying.
of your stuff?
The bottom
Mm-hmm.
line is the elements are
Mm-hmm.
the same, bro.
So
The
so
elements
here's the
don't
thing.
change.
Here's the thing, right? Now here's the
Let me see.
thing.
I'm your bag.
Here's the thing, right? Now check
And
this
it
out.
says if you get it to a extremely high temperature, it'll turn to a gas.
All them drinks up?
Now I mentioned the gas
Yeah,
before, right?
you had 3 of them.
Now check this out,
It was
right?
30 of them. How many
Now
people
this
you
is
had in
what
your
I'm trying to
class?
get you to understand, right? Now, of course, the
So what happened to the
composition is
rest of
pretty
them?
much different from Earth's, the iron. I don't know, I think it's Fe or something like that. I don't know, I can't really remember. But the key differences is like number one, like I said, the isotopic composition, right? The chemical bonding, and then the what's the word? Oxidation. I think the
So when I
oxidation
so
state or
when I
whatever.
mentioned so when I mentioned
I
hold
can't
on,
even
Craig.
finish.
When I mentioned right when I mentioned that you was talking about the composition earlier of the and I said the elements are the same, but you're just talking about the composition of them. You kept saying no. Now that these niggas have came and gave you help, you
And
are
and
agreeing
and and
exactly
and,
with what
and
I
I'm not
said.
and I'm not done with what I was saying, brother. I'm not done with what I was saying because there is a difference.
Okay, go ahead.
Even there's a planetary differentiation, right? Like for example, iron in space can pretty much be concentrated in the planetary cores through different process. On Earth, it's mainly found in the core and the crust. You see what I'm saying? So that's a difference there. And not only that, remember I was saying pressure, right? Because space is a vacuum, right? The iron there, pretty much in a lot of ways, since space is extremely cold, you know what I'm saying? Like the iron there is pretty much in a lot of ways not basically in a stable form. But what I'm trying to pretty much convey to you guys is its composition is slightly different from that on Earth.
Bro, I said
Right.
that shit, but
Now,
listen,
I
bro, you are
stated that, listen, D, I stated that multiple times because I said it's extraterrestrial, right? I've
Right,
been
right,
saying
right.
that. I've been saying that multiple times. And
Extraterrestrial.
then and then when
PT phone
meaning
home.
meaning not formed on Earth,
You.
right? So, and when I talked about the iron in our bodies, which is
Uh-huh.
also terrestrial from the one, different from the ones that was pretty much formed here on the Earth, right? It operates on a different form of principle, right?
but
That's why it's
but
not
what you're
magnetic. That's
missing,
why it's
Craig, is
not magnetic.
it's not just the fact that it's extraterrestrial or terrestrial. It's literally the composition of these elements that you keep talking about, bro,
What's
that
the
makes it change.
what's the composition? You
What do
keep
you
saying
mean?
that. What's the composition? You keep saying it.
In
What is it?
our bodies, that it's not just pure iron, right? It's iron with a whole bunch of different shit.
You know what this
That's the
sound like?
difference, bro.
You know what this
It's,
sound
you keep
like
trying to
this
make it
Okay,
whole
seem
thing.
like the
okay,
elements are different, and I'm telling you,
so
no. It's how they're
so so so
composed
D,
This
so
that
D,
makes them
this
react
what
in
it
a
sound
different way.
like.
so
It's like
so
you said
so
earlier. It's a
so D,
chemical reaction. What, bro?
so D. Remember when I basically said at the end of the day, who the fuck using Google?
I
Oh, it's
don't know.
fucking Siri. That scared the shit out of me. Okay, so D, right?
Look at
When we talk about things like composition, right? Like, okay, like for example, you gotta understand, right? First off, I said that our bodies contain iron. You feel me? Now, iron is iron. I'm talking about terrestrially. But in our bodies, it's totally different. Now, it's formed a little bit differently. It goes through a little more different processes, right? It's not stable like it is in a closed system. All right. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, right, because of all the other elements and chemical reactions our bodies had to go through to become biological and stuff like that, the trace of iron is there, but it's not like it is in space or on Earth, for example, because number one, it's not an alloy like that anymore. It's combined with other elements.
But what did our
That's
bodies
why
go through before they
that's
were
that's why that's why
organic?
that's why that's why I was saying terrestrial. Maybe I should have explained it a little bit more, but I'm not using that word just to pretty much like be over y'all heads. I'm using it just to pretty much in a lot of ways just make a basis. There's so many other things that go with it, but I did it just to take a shortcut, all right? So all I did.
Hey, Craig.
What up?
So I kind of like this sound like a you know how pharmaceutical drugs are made,
Mhm.
like pharmaceutical drugs. A lot of companies use herbs. They look all use herbs to come up with their drugs. You know what I mean? Like aspirin and all that. So it's kind of like a similar thing for pharmaceutical drugs and natural herbs coming together to give people what they that's made up of different types of chemicals and these drugs and herbs and these drugs that come together help people whatever ailment they suffer from. You go from different places, but it's all coming from herbs. The same herbs that's naturally grown on the earth.
Mhm. So what's up?
Kind of like
Hey man, hey,
stardust.
hey, tell Melvin to get back on here. I gotta ask him some questions. He said I'm freestyling. I want him to explain how I'm
You
freestyling.
have been freestyling, Craig, bro. Because you keep after your whole little thing, you damn near
Nah,
agree with
nah,
everything everybody has said.
I wanna talk to the master archivist of the formerly great known Team Osiris. I want him to get back on the call. because he's gonna pretty much in a lot of ways explain how I'm freestyling. Because he posted this thing in terms of isonomer and
Freestyler from
organic
the top of the
chemistry.
dome.
He put this type of isonomers in organic chemistry and the composition, the chain and shit like that. See, he didn't correct you at all, D, but he was trying to get on nigga ass, act like I didn't know what I was talking about.
Correct me
See,
about
see,
what?
see, he did the same thing with Ratchet when Greg was talking about he had psychic powers. He ignored every motherfucking thing. He need to get back on that goddamn call.
Psychic
What was he
power.
supposed to correct me on?
What are we even talking about right now?
No, no. He
I'm
just
a-
wanna
I need to
he
get.
wanna attack me.
I need that nigga to get back on the call.
He
Shit.
wanna attack me.
I need that nigga to get back on the motherfucking call, bro.
I'm calling that man. He ain't picking
He
up.
like,
I'm at work at the moment. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, okay, okay.
Craig said, "I'm gonna get me a win today, goddamn it."
This is this is this
It's
is
necessary.
this not about no win, bro.
Get that win. Get that win,
It's
King.
not about no win, bro. It's sharing information. I mean, there's no pride or ego attached to it.
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I'm
man. It's all
saying?
information, man. Shit, we don't know
It's not
everything.
no there's not no. I don't like, bro. Like okay, when I be away, right? I be
We
in
just
chats with
talking, man.
people.
We just talking.
When I be away, I be in chats with people that have these discussions all the time, right? Like I don't. This is something we talk about because a lot of people don't understand these basic things. You see what I'm saying? It's difficult to explain to a person. There's more things I need to learn too. But I don't. I
Yeah,
try
yeah.
not to make fun of a person that don't know. I don't. You know, I had to grow out of that. Like real shit, I had to. But if you keep thinking you can fly around like Magneto and you say shit like a rock is organic, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna make fun of your ass.
Rocks are alive.
That's totally different. But when I
There you
me
go.
and we're talking about
When rocks fry out.
like when I'm
I
talking
read that
about,
book.
but when
You
I'm
read that
talking
book?
about, yeah, that's a super pseudo book. Matter of fact, but when
Horace,
I'm
that's really Horace Butler. I think his
yeah,
Uh-huh.
name is Horace
yeah,
Butler.
he lives down here in Dallas. But my
Oh, you
thing
So
do?
is
I bought his book and then I requested him be his friend on Facebook. And then he unfriended me because I wouldn't give him no money.
There you
That's
go.
crazy.
That's what he do.
I already bought your fucking book, sir.
Exactly.
Like the fuck?
so y'all are basically
Ain't enough.
so y'all are basically made of stardust, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, the elements of it, I mean, not completely, but shit.
I mean, yeah, I'm not
Stardust.
a meteor or anything, but I got the same elements inside me. I'm confused. Like, what? Like, why
Yeah,
is
like
this so
remnants of it.
difficult?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like remnants, like shit. Like I said, the pharmaceutical, they use herbs. Shit. I mean, for their drug, I mean, shit. Use all types of herbs.
Why you
You ever see
pushing? Why you
acid?
giving so much pushback on that, Craig? I don't understand.
Well, because number one, Chief, you gotta understand
Com-
this is basic.
compare aspirin to a willow bark, and you'd be like,
This is
ain't
this
nowhere in
is
the world they came together.
this is basic, right? Like okay, like with your source, right? Let me open it up because I was reading it a little bit. Right, and this is a PDF. This is reviewing 30 years of nucleosis in a classic novae, right? Novae being like fucking like a nova,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is talking about thermonuclear runaway model, classic nova outlet, pretty much the explosion and the nuclear phenomenon of when a star explodes. Isotopic radiation measures in solar gains of likely nova origin. They're pretty much in a lot of ways trying to track when the nova explodes, right? Um, they listed some elements here, even though this doesn't have anything to do with what I'm talking about. But one thing it does go with what I'm talking about with that I pretty much left out is pretty much in a lot of ways speaking about when you have
And
certain stars, right? And their input, right? And how they can somewhat
Oh,
be
look.
tracked and understood. So they're pretty much studying the radioactivity of these explosions before they occur. So from what I gather, this
We're moving a little bit.
Y'all
astrophysicist,
still on the Stardust?
yeah, they're being
man, who let
missed.
this nigga in the whip, man? Why this nigga in the whip?
Jalen, you didn't even know about Stardust. You don't even know what that is.
Silky, please get the fuck out. Honey, why is this nigga on the whip? Why is this nigga in the whip, man?
Man, y'all, hey,
Get this
y'all
nigga,
just not getting on
get this
Stardust.
man, get this
Didn't
nigga
it
out, B.
like 6 months ago? Kick this nigga out, B. Trying to be a fucking.
What happened to the
Oh,
whole
I don't feel
Stardust
like going
thing
down that
6
shit.
months ago, man? What's going on? Y'all just not on this now?
Jalen and Trippy,
Man,
B. I thought
man,
y'all
Well,
was on the same
I gave
team.
y'all that material. You should be screwed up on it.
Huh?
anyway, no, they ain't my friends. Fuck that nigga.
But
I got horsepower to push.
Man, go back to the church, man. Go and go pray. Go do that.
I just got through making the church money. Now I'm about to go out in the streets.
This man here.
I'm riding through a Greenspoint right now. You remember that
So
dude got right
we was talking about compounds and chemicals and minerals
Just
and
get
shit, right?
about.
So what you do to make your perm that dry?
Oh man.
Who got a perm, son?
That's so sad that you don't even know
Who
how
got
to
who
do
got who got who got that Hollywood shuffle in this
What's
motherfucker?
what's what's the molecular structure?
Face the molecular.
who got that
He
soul
said that's
glow?
natural. He said it growing
He's
naturally.
lying. That big hair is not done like that, bro.
Boy, you got
fake hair or real hair? Which is
so you got a
Is
natural
that
slick back.
is that directly? Is that must be the Stardust that's direct? That's the extraterrestrial shit, right?
Yeah,
That
that's the
Craig is talking about.
extraterrestrial joint right there.
That's the shit that Craig talking about. That ain't the terrestrial shit.
Damn, that's crazy right there.
real silly dog talking about motherfucking wet hair and shit. Don't nobody walk around with wet hair. Dog. You sound dumb.
boy, Melvin doing a lot of typing at work. I see.
So that's what you're saying. Wet hair gonna fly in the wind. Yeah, you're exposing your IQ when you make statements like that. Yeah, you gotta grow the shit first. Or be like honey and go buy that shit.
This is crazy, bro. I just wanted to know what your shit was extraterrestrial or terrestrial. That's it.
Bro, I'm not gonna break that
I've
down.
never
All you need to worry about is
I've
the
never seen
goddamn
that
raisins
compound before.
It's
and the
very
black man
extra.
market. When we got that pistol in your head, we're gonna
It's
draw
a
his
little dry. That shit a little drier
We
than
ain't got
usual.
we got to
It's a
draw
little,
them.
it's a
Oh
little
We're
man.
drier
gonna
than
put on the
usual. You
motherfucking
feel me?
toothpaste. We're gonna put a spray paint around it. We're gonna spray paint your edges on it. We're gonna spray paint the sideburns. So you
I'm good. Nah, I'm good with my fresh body, bro. I don't need no hair.
let me find out, Emmy, your whole beard is a weave. Let me
Nah, you got
find
me
out.
fucked up. Man, you got
Y'all
me
niggas
fucked
out
up.
here ready to gluing weaves to y'all fucking chin. Just so y'all can walk around this bitch like Trail of Earth. Let me find out.
Only a nigga that can't grow no mustache is gonna say some dumb ass shit like that.
A nigga that can't grow a mustache. Nigga, if you can't grow hair, what make you think you can grow a mustache? That's all you can grow, motherfucker. You better be happy just for that little bit right there, nigga. Some chin hair, nigga? For real. You gonna be walking around here looking like a cancer patient soon enough.
Look, Craig, can you give us the breakdown of this nigga shit?
No, I only deal with science, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Give us the scientific
I don't,
breakdown
I
for
don't, I
the
don't, I don't, I
dryness.
don't, I don't make fun of a people for a living, bro.
Hey, that's
I'm
like
not
that's
asking you
like
to
him
make fun
going
of
to
him. I'm
a
saying give us
bald
the
head beautician
scientific.
talking about do my
Can you
hair.
give us
It's how you sound.
the scientific explanation for the dryness of his hair?
I don't study a nigga's dryness of their hair, bro.
This nigga say dry too.
I
Himmy, let
don't
me
do
find
that.
out you putting that sporting waves in your shit.
Is it on the way to the fourth state? Like is on the way to be like evaporated? Like is that what it is?
Man, I need to find a car mate. Anyway, yeah, man, hit me, dog. I would wave check your ass, but I know that'd be pointless, nigga, because you ain't holding no waves
You
like
ain't
that.
got no motherfucking waves, nigga.
You ain't never had waves, nigga.
You crazy in the bitch.
See, nigga, you don't know what it's like, nigga, to have that ocean, nigga. You ain't never brought the tsunami in.
Nigga, what the hell is you talking about?
He
You
just
talking
simply
about him,
just be talking,
motherfucker, putting
bro.
that two on his fucking chin
Just like that
and
nigga was
pencil it in his
talking all day yesterday about he
He got
get
a
jumped if he
magic
beat
marker that
niggas
he
up.
draw that shit in.
This nigga just be talking, bro.
Talking about check out my edge. Nigga. It's perfect because you use the ruler, motherfucker, and a pencil, nigga. That's like what?
Silky, you the last one to be talking about somebody here, brother.
Yeah, nigga. From a nigga that got hair, nigga, to a nigga who ain't.
That
You
shit
are the last
crusty.
nigga to be talking
That
about it,
shit
nigga.
crusty.
Silky,
Fucking you saying.
First of all, I choose not to have hair. I choose not
What
to
you
have
mean
hair.
you choose, nigga?
I choose not to have hair. I choose not to have long hair.
Nigga, we can
I
tell you
choose
choose
not.
not to
I
have a nigga.
choose not to look
Your
like
head
Fabio
chooses
on
that.
crack.
Your body chooses that for you, nigga. You ain't choose that shit, nigga. That shit
Nigga, I don't
automatic,
want hair
nigga.
like yours. Your shit damaged as fuck.
Nigga, you ain't got 40 years to grow your fucking hair, nigga.
Nigga, I choose not to grow my
It
hair.
took you 40 years to grow that?
Damn,
But
40
I'm talking
fucking
about
years.
Jalen. I got hair. Obviously, it ain't take me 40 because I already have it. I'm talking about for these niggas that ain't got no fucking hair. I gotta damn near wait 60 years just for this nigga to get some little bit of hang time. Like, you expect me to wait 50 years for you niggas to grow that shit on the back of your neck?
Why y'all talking about this man here?
Like, because they ain't got none. They gotta go buy that shit. Or they gotta go get a
Hair.
black marker. Or they gotta go buy bundles. Or they gotta get a
Only
Beijing.
time I wear a wig
They
is
gotta
on
paint that shit
Halloween.
on. That's just a joke to us with hair. Us with hair, we laughing at y'all who ain't got it. But let y'all tell it though, I'm the last one to be talking about hair. But y'all want to talk about it first. And you ain't even got none.
Got hair.
Make it make sense. Honey, we know you. I mean, we know you got that little bit of hair you got. I mean, you've been growing it your whole life. Yeah, you should have some fucking hair. I mean, it ain't down your back and none of that, but I mean, it's all right. At least you ain't no track master. It's them track masters. Them girls be having them motherfucking bald spots all in their fucking head from ripping them fucking tracks out.
So you never gonna tell me if you be flat iron or pressing that?
You say what?
You ain't gonna never tell us if you be flat iron or pressing it?
No, I'm gonna tell you my hair is never fake. I'm gonna tell you it's always 100% my hair. I'm gonna tell you I wake up like this. I'm gonna tell you it ain't nothing fake on me.
You need to go back to sleep, then, nigga. You
That
woke
don't
up
mean
like
it
that.
grew out your head straight like that.
Is it fake hair? Yes or no?
That
Is
was
it?
never my question.
Is
Is it fake
That was
hair?
never
Yes
my
or no?
question.
Okay,
Is
I
it?
ain't fake. I ain't worried about it. It's the fake shit that don't get no points. It's the fake shit that ain't worth talking about. You lose points with the fake shit. You don't get no props for rocking fake ass hair. That shit's temporary.
Who has
That
fake
shit
hair?
is good for the show. And then after that shit whack. Motherfuckers want to get excited for shit that ain't temporary, for some shit that's only for the day. They look